What's goody? I'm a little irritated right now because I planned to upload 3 videos today, and I was in the middle of exporting the second video, the one that's supposed to go up before this one, and it crashed for like the 4th time. So I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or YouTube or what, but I'm irritated. So I was like, okay, whatever, while that's exporting, I can go ahead and film this video. And this is basically Leigh-anne Pinnock of Little Mix did an Instagram live where she talks about her experience in Little Mix as the sole black member. And you guys know we've been talking a lot about George Floyd and the situations going on in America right now, on top of the pandemic that's going on. Life has just been crazy. But you guys said that you want me to react to Leigh-anne's Instagram live where she talks about her viewpoints, and because I am a mixer, you wanted to see my take on it. It was one person specifically. I want to shout your name out because I see your comments a lot and you support the channel, so I want to give you a shout out. This is the dang video though that I'm talking about. It was at 100% exported and then all of a sudden it said crashed, so yeah. But let me see your name. Lorica Williams. Yeah. Lorica, if you're watching this, just know I see your comments. Okay, so let's get into Leigh-anne Pinnock's Instagram live. Come on, focus. All right.
Hi everyone, hope everyone is okay. I just kind of wanted to do a video with everything that's going on in the world right now. Firstly, I just want to send my condolences to George Floyd's family and all the other families that have lost.
Isn't it crazy that everything that's been going on has like reached worldwide? Like all the stuff that we've been dealing with over here in the United States. Oh, George Floyd's death. Like they know about it in the UK. The whole other side of the world. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. The how one thing going on in one country can touch the entire world. Wild. And it's like a social issue. It's not even like something, you know what I mean? Dude, this setup that I have going on right here is terrible. Don't use math textbooks as a tripod. Lesson learned.
Someone due to police brutality and racism. So I've written some words down because I feel like when I speak about my experiences or race in general, I get really sad and I get upset and I can never really say everything that I want to say. So I feel like I've written it down and I just want to share this with you guys. So, okay.
Before we get started, she's in a bikini in the house. Why is homegirl in a bikini? Leigh-anne Pinnock, why are you in a bikini? I know the UK is an island, but does she live by the shore? The coast? Let me know.
Last year, I decided to open up about being one of 4 girls in Little Mix and how my race imprinted my experiences. From that interview, some people sympathized, some said nothing.
Where is the interview? Someone link it down below because I want to watch it, and if y'all want, I'll react to it.
But one thing that I took from that experience is the world did not care enough about race. Since then, I have tried to use my platform to raise awareness of matters such as racism. At this moment, I feel for the first time in my life, racism is the topic of conversation. We have the world's attention.
Agreed. Like, you have K-pop idols out here posting about Black Lives Matter. K-pop idols, Asians are usually the ones who don't necessarily or have strong opinions on other races, and they're out here in support of the movement. You know, the social injustices that have been going on in the United States have literally made headlines all over the world because of the protests, because of the riots and everything. So this is like a big deal, and it's crazy how this happened all on top of it's just a crazy world we're living. 2020 has been terrible. And also in the interview, what happened? Because she said like she felt like she wasn't being heard or no one was supporting her. Why? Did fans say something possibly? And where were the girls, the other members of Little Mix? Jessie, Perry, Jade. Where were they during her interview with whatever magazine she's talking about? And why was it about race? That doesn't seem very likely that a girl group would go on television just to talk about race. I don't know. Oh, no volume, huh?
To be a movement until the system designed to oppress us is no more, and we are seen as equals to our white counterparts. This is not something that can happen overnight. Black
Obviously.
people have been oppressed for over 400 years.
I was about to say that.
400 years later.
This is like something that goes on historically. No, it's not like anything new. It's all taught. It's all been going on for centuries. Before the United States was even a thing, we were enslaving ourselves back in Africa. Africans were enslaving other Africans. So this isn't even something that's like, it can't be fixed overnight. It honestly, just like it's been taking so long to get to this point, I think it's going to take just as long to fix it, basically.
We are seeing still our black brothers and sisters being shot
Is she about to cry?
with less regard than everyone else. My parents are both mixed race. Both my grandfathers came to England with the Windrush generation, and both married white women in a time where interracial relationship.
Windrush. I'm assuming that's a part of y'all's European history, which I have no idea about, sis. I can barely do geography. So what is a Windrush? I'm assuming it's like Africans coming from overseas to England? And that would make Leigh-anne 50% white, 50% black, since both of her parents are half and half, right? I think that's what she was saying. I didn't really understand the genealogy there.
Was extremely frowned upon. Growing up, me and my sisters never saw race being a limitation on what we wanted to achieve. Because if our grandparents can raise mixed race children in the 60s, we could do anything.
Man, I can't even imagine.
One thing we were doing was sleeping on racism. Too often, black people are reminded how far we have come as opposed to how far we can go. In doing this.
Since when? The good sis Leigh-anne, the way she speaks, and I don't know if maybe, either way, even if it was like off the top of her head, or the fact that she wrote it down, we talk about how far we've come and not how far we can go. And I feel like that's the major problem. Because everyone's like, well, it's not as bad as it used to be, so you need to like get over it. But it's not anywhere close to where it should be is the problem. I've never even really thought about it that way, so I love that line that she... Bars. Bars.
We sleep on racism. Think about it. Do you ever hear white people having to be thankful about how far they have come as a race?
There
comes a point in every black human's life, no matter how much money you have or what you have achieved, you realise racism does not exclude you. 9 years ago, after joining Little Mix, I had the biggest awakening of my life.
Like, dude, you can tell how uncomfortable she is by her body language. Like, she can't sit still. She can hardly look at the camera. Her facial expressions. You can tell this has been weighing heavy on her heart. And it's something that's like, she's waited a long time to finally get off her chest. And like the fact that she had to write it all down just so that she'd be able to express herself the way she wants says a lot. And it says that she actually cares about what she's saying. Because it's her life. How could she not care, you know?
Wings, who worked with Frank Gatson. He said to me, "You're the black girl. You have to work 10 times harder."
Who's Frank Gatson?
In my life, has someone told me that I would need to work harder because of my race.
No.
Later on,
Leigh-anne, don't do it. If she cries, I don't want to cry. And if Leigh-anne cries, I'll probably start crying. Because Little Mix is always so happy and cheerful. Seeing the girls hurt in any way always like hurts my soul. So let's not do that, Leigh-anne. But I wanted to kind of talk about the whole, as a black person, you have to work 10 times harder. The only time I would say minorities get anything easy is when a college is looking for a sob story or they need to get their diversity statistics up. That's when we all of a sudden become like utilized, like we're a tool or something. But I don't know, I feel like, and this isn't me like being arrogant or whatever, but I kind of related to what she said, like you need to work 10 times harder to get to where they're at. Because sometimes like I'll be on YouTube, and you guys know I upload almost every single day, almost multiple times a day, every single day. And yet there are channels who don't do any edits. They kind of do the same reactions as me, but they don't put in any of the effort, it seems like, because I look at their videos. And these mofos have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like they're getting all these views. It's just, sometimes I'm like, why? What's the difference? Am I being shadow banned? I don't really know. And that's not me like playing a mini violin. It's just like literally, what more do I have to do to like grow this channel? And you know, we grow slowly and slowly and slowly, but it's like there are people who make a channel and the next day all of a sudden they're up here. And I've been doing it kind of for like 2 years consistently, more than consistently, and I've still not reached this same point that they have. So it's a little discouraging, but like this is something I feel like Black people as a race have had to deal with. When you see discouragement or a conflict in front of you, you do whatever you can to go over it. And I feel like that's why we're so outspoken, we're so strong, we have endurance, but like those are qualities that we're forced to have. It's not things that we want to have. Yeah. Not to be a crybaby or nothing.
What Frank Gatson said made sense. I learned that the dream of being in the biggest girl band in the world came with its flaws and consequences. Consequences such as knowing about the existing underlying racism in the creative industries.
Yeah.
You learn to understand you can't be seen to be too loud.
Like whenever they were on X Factor and they had her with that wacky red hair and like an afro, all of us, like what the heck? They always had her looking funky. And I know that wasn't in focus, but like I didn't feel like fixing it, so
or too opinionated, otherwise you're deemed a diva or aggressive.
Black girl status.
You learn that by walking into a room you were deemed unapproachable or offish before anyone has even approached you. You learn that by voicing your opinion about the lack of diversity within the industry is like smashing your head against a brick wall. So at events, ceremonies, you learn to take great comfort from rare moments when you meet Black creatives who understand this feeling or misplacement that you have inside.
Okay. I was on TikTok and I saw like they did like this Black Creators Month. I think it was in February, and as we all know, February is Black History Month. But in the month of February, to celebrate, TikTok had an event for Black creators, and they were also happy to see each other, and it was like, so it seemed like community, and you got the feeling through the app. Like even if you weren't there, you could feel like the acceptance and the joy and the love to be surrounded by people who are in the same situation as you, who can relate. So what she said is definitely spot on. But on the other side, you had people saying, why do we need this? Why is there not a blah, 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 blah? Why is there not another racist event? And it's like, people are striving in this generation to be oppressed. People are striving to have the same issues. And it's not a competition. If anything, it shouldn't exist at all. You know what I mean? Is it gonna focus? Okay.
So for that moment, the dream is alive. And then just like that, reality hits you. My reality was feeling lonely while touring to predominantly white countries.
Oh. No.
I sing to fans who don't see me or hear me.
No. I'm assuming. I don't. Oh God. Is it gonna focus? Okay. Kinda. Okay. Now, I'm assuming she's referring to the beginning time, because I doubt Mixers of Today would do this. I'd hope not. Your own fans not supporting, like, that's, oh God. I can't even imagine. Oh, and you can tell she's been holding on to these feelings and thoughts for a long time, because, like, as soon as she started talking about it, she broke down. This, I don't